Turning now to the migrant crisis here in the city. On any given night, you can find a sea of asylum seekers camped outside the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement Office in Lower Manhattan.
Fox 5's Stephanie Bertini and photojournalist Lenny Torres worked overnight and over the course of several weeks to bring up this up-close look as part of our series, Migrants in America.
Lining this sidewalk on any given night, people from different parts of the world who want nothing more than a life in America. I came to register at immigration, says this man from Guinea, West Africa. He's been in New York City for only 2 weeks, he says, telling us after traveling through several countries guided by the human smugglers he paid, he crossed the border illegally from Mexico into the United States. Here, he hopes to be granted asylum. He says poverty, danger, and social unrest in his country forced him out. He was in fear of losing my life in Africa, he says. We met him on a Sunday night in November in a sea of migrants and asylum seekers, all of them outside the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement Office in Lower Manhattan, where we've learned that even with an appointment, being seen is not guaranteed. This line is always here, says this asylum seeker from Ecuador, telling us it's well known in the migrant community that the demand on the New York City ICE office exceeds the number of people that can be seen daily. About 500 people go in daily. That's why there's this line. Not everyone can enter, he says. So no matter the weather, they wait and sleep outside in an attempt to ensure they will get into the ICE office in the morning. This line along the sidewalk is indicative of just how many migrants and asylum seekers are in New York City and what they're willing to endure. In this line, there doesn't exist a bathroom, he says. No bathrooms, and for many of them, no familiar faces.
Are you family, friends?
No. Okay. We are strangers.
Strangers who have learned to find a piece of home even though it might as well be a world away.
Where are you guys from?
We are from China.
You're all from China?
Yeah.
In the loneliest times, somebody who speaks your language can be just as good as someone you know.
We all want to stay in America.
You need to go to immigration tomorrow?
Yeah.
ICE there.
You have to go to ICE?
There.
These asylum seekers from India tell me the life they left behind
India is dangerous.
is much more complicated than their main challenge on this night.
Cold.
Cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, cold.
You're feeling cold?
Yeah.
Blankets and cardboard boxes provide some relief from the cold overnight, but clearly this is far from ideal.
You can see they're doing what they can to keep warm, and if you take a closer look, you'll notice they're doing what they can to comfort one another, and that's whether they know each other or not.
From sharing food to engaging in a little conversation, they all know all too well how stressful waiting can be. When your future is uncertain, you learn to appreciate even the smallest comforts. That's the reality that inspires Glenda Montes to come out here every night. With the help of a relative, she sells cups of coffee for $2, she says. Originally from Colombia, she tells us she's been in New York City for about 5 months. The idea to sell coffee came after waiting on this very sidewalk for the very same reason as the others. My husband and I got the idea to sell the coffee, she says, telling us they escaped Colombia with their 2 daughters. Like countless other asylum seekers, they left, looking for a better life, for the future of our children, she says. Refugees, asylum seekers, and migrants leave their countries for different reasons, but for many, it's because they are in fear. Crime, war, extreme poverty, social injustice, and political or religious oppression are some of the reasons they decide to leave their homes. In order to be granted asylum in the United States, a person must prove credible fear of persecution or torture. There's many stories of different people coming in different ways. Different stories of the journey, she says. It's well known that journey into the United States is dangerous. Many lose their lives while illegally crossing the U.S.-Mexico border. For those who make it, there is often a long road ahead. Settling in a new country is far from easy, especially without a support system. I want to return home, this woman says. I don't have anyone to help me with my daughter, she tells us right after she tucked her daughter in where only blankets provide a barrier from the pavement. Clearly defeated, she didn't expect to turn around after making the illegal journey into the U.S. from Ecuador.
Con los coyotes.
With coyotes, yes, she says. Coyotes is a term used to refer to those who smuggle humans into the United States. Homeland Security Investigations, or HSI, targets and investigates all links in the human smuggling chain, including overseas recruiters and organizers. But look no further than the sidewalk here to see the enforcement isn't working well enough. The federal government is aware of the backlog at the New York City ICE office. In a statement, a spokesperson said U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement continues efforts to address processing delays. We've confirmed after crossing the southwest border, non-citizens, including asylum seekers, are told to schedule an appointment within 60 days at the ICE office where they reside. Also, in the statement from ICE, we were told the New York City office has capacity to see approximately 600 non-citizens a day on average, depending on the complexity of each case. Over the course of several weeks, we came to the area several times. We talked to people on and off camera, not just in the dark, but also under daylight. On this Friday morning in November, we found a lot of people eager and ready for the doors to open. The ICE office operates Monday to Friday, starting at 8 a.m. I passed the whole night here, says this man from a country in Africa.
Oh, blanket?
Blanket.
With a blanket in that plastic bag and immigration paperwork in that file folder, he and a few others with him were waiting to get in.
No.
But on this day, by 9:30 in the morning, it's closed, says this man from Ecuador, clearly disappointed. A man here told me a security guard said, come on Monday at 3 a.m., this man from Cuba tells us. As federal employees who work at the location handed out information, a paper which explains in several languages what to do next, we watched a range of emotions in the crowd, from angst to confusion to downright sadness. It's not easy, says this man from Venezuela, clearly at a breaking point. I left the country thinking everything is easy, but the situation is not how one thinks of it. You are by yourself here. On the sidewalk outside the New York City ICE office in Lower Manhattan, week after week, month after month, as the city's migrant crisis lingers with no end in sight, there are so many voices, faces, people who prove the complexities of immigration are far beyond numbers, policies, and resources. They are the migrants in America who, in their own words, can explain just how challenging it all is on a human level. Stephanie Bertini, Fox 5 News.